Yo, what's good? It's your boy DJ Avalanche, the Caribbean's hottest, internationally known. Got to do a major shout out and salute to the Boxing Source. Check it out every Sunday with my boy JR. It's so amazing, so major, so informative. And make sure y'all keep locked, because I keep it locked right there to the Boxing Source. DJ Avalanche, salute. Bow.
Hey fam, what's going on? Check this out, man. Look, we done just had the fight that happened over in Florida. And yeah, we see that Golovkin was able to get a stoppage victory over Kamil Szeremeta. But I have to address something here, man. Look, I'm getting sick and tired of this talk about Canelo-Golovkin fight. A third Canelo-Golovkin fight. I'm getting tired of it, man. Probably more tired than Canelo Alvarez, man. I'm going to tell you why. Look, I am not interested in a third fight between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. Yeah, I'm supposed to be covering the sport, but even though I cover the sport, I am a fan, alright? And look, I'm getting sick and tired of this whole thing about Golovkin having to have a third fight with Canelo Alvarez. I don't care what deal went down with Canelo Alvarez and DAZN and with Golden Boy Promotions, alright? I don't really care about that. I don't care if Len Black-Vanek or whoever runs Perform Group or DAZN or whatever television conglomerate that Len Black-Vanek owns. I don't care how much money they try to push down to Canelo. He shouldn't take the fight. For the fans' sake, he shouldn't take the fight, alright? Yeah, we do know that there was a possibility that the fight could have happened over in AT&T Stadium this year, with Canelo getting probably a guarantee of $40 million. But look, I want to see Canelo fighting other guys. And I definitely want to see Gennady Golovkin fighting other guys. Look, it was crazy enough that we saw Gennady Golovkin, fight for the IBF title, man. It was crazy enough that we even got that, given, that Golovkin, at one point, right, could have fought Sergey Derevyanchenko as a mandatory for the IBF, but kind of declined that. Why? So he could face Vanes Martirosyan. So for him to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko is surprising as it is, okay? At least to me. But there may be a lot of people that disagree about that. But right now, I really don't care, all right? Now, he goes to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko. Great fight. Great back and forth fight. Real close decision. There were a few people that felt like Sergey Derevyanchenko took that fight. A rematch would have been great. But no. Golovkin wanted to go up against the number one contender, who was slated as the mandatory contender, Kamil Szeremeta, who was on that same card. Okay? Just so they could probably set up a fight later on down the line with Canelo Alvarez. And after the second fight, Canelo Alvarez said, you know what, I don't want to have anything to do with Gennady Golovkin. And I understand him completely. Now, here we go. On the next day here, we're going to have Canelo Alvarez going up against Callum Smith at 168 pounds for the WBA super title, for the vacant WBC title at super middleweight, and the Ring Magazine title at super middleweight. And for me, if Canelo gets through that fight and wins, then he should move on and fight somebody else. Fight a Caleb Plant. Fight a David Benavidez. Fight a Billy Joe Saunders. Don't fight Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin should fight Demetrius Andrade. How come you can't have a unification bout with Demetrius Andrade? Come on. You got to be able to have at least that, You know what I mean? They're pretty much what? Under the same banner there with Matchroom Boxing? And you mean to tell me that they can't have a fight that would unify the middleweight division? Why not? Or have a fight against Jamal Charlo, WBC champ. Because I really don't think that Canelo Alvarez is going to move down to 160 pounds to fight a Gennady Golovkin. I just don't see it. And I really don't want to see it. So, just to put this point down, Gennady Golovkin should fight a Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo there at middleweight before he has another fight with Canelo Alvarez. Because remember, after the second fight happened and Canelo Alvarez got the decision win and won those belts, they were trying to position Gennady Golovkin to be in the top contender for the WBC title. And what happened? Jamal Charlo moved up from 154 pounds to 160 and said, hey, let me go ahead and face who is the current number one contender in the WBC, so that if I beat him, I become the number one contender. I end up becoming the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez's title. And that's why you ended up having Canelo being the franchise champ at 160. But Gennady Golovkin didn't even go that route. After his fight against Canelo Alvarez, he went to face Steve Rhodes, but not Jamal Charlo. He had the WBO champion in Demetrius Andrade. Gennady Golovkin, not even talking about fighting Demetrius Andrade. That's crazy. And what's even more crazy is that there are still people that are looking for a third fight between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. Let's have some other fights in the middleweight and super middleweight division. We don't need to have everything being held up by one or two fighters. Just let them fight other guys. And if everything sorts itself out, then you could have that fight. But until then, come on. We gotta stop with this whole thing about Gennady Golovkin fighting Canelo Alvarez. Have him fight somebody else. Have him fight for a world title. Better yet, have him fight for that WBO world title that Demetrius Andrade has, since he's never fought for the WBO title. Let's have that. But until then, I really don't care. And y'all can say what y'all can say about this, but I'm sticking with my guns on this. I don't want no third fight. Y'all may want it, but I don't want it because I don't care. Just like I didn't care for the second fight. But that's a whole nother story. On that note, folks, man, I'm out. Peace.